Utah Valley on top, 38-32 as we get set for second half action right here on UVU TV and the WAC Sports Digital Network. Brandon Crow alongside Matt Peterson. Thank you again, however and wherever you're joining us on this Saturday in December. Thank you for letting us be part of your day. Jalen Moore inbounds it to Shane Rector, and the second half is officially underway here in the UCCU Center.
The Wolverines are not in a man-to-man defense right now. They're in a zone, almost like a 1-1-3, probably a 2-3 zone to start the second half.
Shane Rector drives, kicks it out, trying to find Sam Merrill. McEwen, Jalen Moore passes it up. Merrill in the corner, right out of the get-go.
Interesting call for the Wolverines. I thought their man-to-man defense accomplished what they wanted to. Maybe they're just trying to throw Utah State a curveball, trying to get them off balance, but the Aggies patient and worked that ball into the corner for Merrill.
Merrill's three-pointer brings it within 3. Zach Nelson trying to do work on Moore in the paint, and he does. Strong effort from Zach Nelson.
Excuse me, it seems that that's the Wolverines' play. Come out the first half, start the first half, start the second half, get Zach involved. Great up and under move from Zach there.
Shane Rector down low to Jalen Moore. Like you mentioned, Matt, Utah State can try and get more and more involved as McEwen gets the kiss off the glass.
And I think we'll see the Aggies be more aggressive overall in offense, not just Jalen Moore. Aggies are going to Wolverines are going to be double teaming him. So I think that Rector, McEwen are going to be more aggressive from the three-point line.
Connor Toulson working on McEwen. Toulson with the fadeaway, doesn't get it to fall. Isaac Nelson trying to come up with the rebound, but this one goes the other way with Zach Merrill.
A block there from Isaac. Looked like Anisek had a wide open layup, but Isaac with the terrific recovery.
And another opportunity for Connor Toulson.
And those are such momentum plays because you get a sure basket for the Aggies. Isaac makes a terrific play, and Connor capitalizes it on offense. You have to have a lot of those plays in the course of a game.
Shane Rector double teams, kicks it back out to Janicek, who eventually gives it to Moore. Now back to Janicek. McEwen drives towards Isaac, kick out. Merrill again for 3. This one too strong, rebounded by Brandon Randolph. Coach Pope right in front of us wants him to dictate that pace again. Connor Toulson from distance. Thought he was fouled. Here comes Utah State. Jalen Moore with the drive. This one goes right into the hands of Isaac Nielsen. Brandon Randolph being worked on by Shane. And Jalen Moore with the fast break two-handed jam. Utah State now within 3. Zach Nelson wanted on the action from distance. He misses. McEwen. Utah State now only within 1.
See, that's exactly what I said. More aggressiveness from the Aggies. I think they said, hey, look, we tried to run our offense from the perimeter and then go inside. This half, they've come out much more aggressive with their drive penetrations, just like KO had there.
Kenneth Hoffman trying to use his body to create some distance, and he doesn't. And McEwen's going right to the rack again. This time he gets fouled, and they're going to call a foul on Zach Nelson.
And the tempo has completely flipped for the game. In that first half, the Wolverines did a pretty good job of taking control of the game, playing the tempo that they wanted to. The Wolverines get some turnovers. You're going to see the drive here by McEwen. They call that on Isaac, I believe, right?
It was on Zach.
On Zach, yes.
So that was Zach Nelson's second personal foul.
But McEwen and Rector and Moore, those are the 3 leading scorers for the Aggies on the season. Moore at 16.5, Rector 11.5, McEwen at just under 11. So, and then you get Norbert Janicek with 10 points on the year per game. But that penetration, that aggressiveness starts with those guards, and it, according to what the Aggies are thinking, it'll create the offense for their inside guys.
Connor Toulson with the rebound comes now towards Utah Valley territory. This is the first time this game has been tied since it started. Connor Toulson drives. Basket does not count. Foul on the floor. This one's going to go against Kobe McEwen.
I'm talking so much about the Aggie aggressiveness, but the Wolverines can play the same game. Connor did just that there. A job of not doing the dribble handoff, getting the ball, driving to the lane.
Connor Toulson goes aggressive yet again, and he gets the shooter's touch to fall back into the rim.
See, it's hard to defend that because when the Wolverines spread it out, every guy for UVU on the team can shoot a three-pointer, so the defense has to respect that. It allows openings inside the paint and for finishes just like Connor had.
Toulson now game-high 14 points. McEwen trying to find something as shot clock is now single digits. 5-4 for the Aggies. They're going to call an offensive foul on Sam Merrill. And that's going to lead to a timeout on the floor. Utah Valley on top by 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. This one is going to go down to the wire. Back and forth we go here at the UCCU Center. Here's another replay. At that last foul call against Merrill. Used his right arm to give Kenneth Dobby a little distance from himself.
Yeah, really good. That's picture-perfect defense of how you guard on the perimeter. You have to have active feet. You move your feet. You don't use your hands. Kenneth put his arms straight up in the air. The official looks at that and says, okay, there's no offensive foul. And Kenneth took that one right on the chest. So terrific defense from KO.
Utah State came all the way back to tie it. And then Utah Valley went ahead by 2. Hayden Skank, aggressive play, leads to a Utah Valley turnover. Shane Rector trying to take things into his own hands. He drives. Isaac Nielsen with the rebound. Brandon Randolph with the pace. Attacks right at Merrill, and he gets that one to go.
Brandon is so good that the defender picked him up at the free throw line. You're not going to stop him when he can get a full head of steam, read the defense, and the first guy that picks you up is at the free throw line. Great job of drawing the contact as well.
Sam Merrill, Jalen Moore, Shane Rector, Janicic, and McEwen on the floor for Utah State. McEwen's going to take a jumper, and he's going to sink that one.
I think the Wolverines will live with that. Yeah, that's a long jump shot. It's nothing easy. McEwen is a jump shooter, though, but I think that the Wolverines will live with that rather than him becoming a driver.
Brandon Randall's going to drive on Shane Rector. And he's going to get the he's going to get the foul called against Rector.
This was a quick move from Brandon. As soon as that ball hit his hands, he was putting that ball on the floor with a hard drive right.
That foul on Rector is his 3rd. Isaac Nielsen puts the ball on the floor and loses it. And here comes Rector and the Aggies the other way. Rector's going to take it. Kenneth Dobby with the deflection. Here comes Connor Toulson driving in the lane. Reverse layup gets it to fall.
I said a few minutes ago, you have to have plays where you don't initially expect it to go your way. Maybe you get a block like that or a turnover that's unexpected, and if you can turn the momentum your way and get out in transition and quickly convert, those are huge key plays.
Shane Rector working on Brandon Randolph down low. And a block from behind from Hayden Skank. We'll see who they call it on. They're going to call this one on Isaac Nielsen. If that foul goes to Isaac, that'll be his 3rd personal.
That is. Zach is going to be subbing in for Isaac here. See a replay here. Good call from the officials.
Hayden got all ball, but Isaac got a little piece ahead.
The hard thing is, as an interior defender, is you don't put the officials on your side anytime you go up to block a shot and you don't stay parallel. We see that all the time when the officials come over to the scorer's table to explain what happened on the foul. They'll say that the arms did not stay parallel. They came down at an angle. That almost always goes in favor of the offensive player. Isaac that time, his right arm coming down. I think you're right, got got the Aggie player McEwen on the head.
Brandon Randolph working on Merrill with the stutter, hesitation in the layup. Utah Valley now at 50. You may mention that the Utah Valley Matt averages about 80-something points per game. 50 with about 13 minutes to go here. Nice inlet pass. Reverse layup from Zach Nissen over Jalen Moore.
Zach's trying to get a timeout here. Coach Duryea is upset. He thought there was a foul called. There should have been a foul called on Jalen Moore. I wouldn't be surprised to see him get a technical. He's hot right now.
Utah Valley on top, 52-46. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Brandon Randolph with a nice dish to Zach Nelson. A reverse up and over Jalen Moore. 52-46, Utah Valley on top.
Nice job of Zach running the lane line, finding open space. Tim Duryea, his assistants were holding him back there at the end of that, or right before that timeout was called. He was really upset. He thought that Jalen Moore was fouled on the previous possession. A lot of times I think coaches do that too to fire up their team and get their team to understand that, hey, we've got to play with a lot more energy. We need to play with a lot more emotion. Let's see if his players respond.
Give him the old Norman Dale treatment.
Exactly. Doesn't always work, but at least he tried.
Utah Valley on top, 52-46. 13 to go here in this one. UCCU center's rocking. Barnaba. Pull-up jumper this time is good from Julian Perry.
Julian Perry's a pretty good three-point shooter, 43% on the season. Doesn't attempt many, but takes advantage of them when they're there.
Connor Toulson is going to give this one to Zach. Down low, Zach Nelson misses that. Strong rebound from the Aggies, and here comes McEwen. McEwen's going to drive on Skank, and McEwen gets this one to fall.
What were we just saying about firing up the team? Look at Brandon push this back. I mean, just didn't get it, but that is terrific offense, exactly what the Wolverines want from him. They're going to get Hayden on that. Oh, my goodness, I thought they were going to get an illegal screen called there on Barnaba, but Hayden Skank gets called for a foul.
Maybe a little bit of a courtesy makeup call.
Potentially. Well, Hayden was saying that the defender moved into him at the last second, which is what we see so often.
McEwen, now to Barnaba. Jalen Moore awfully quiet so far in this second half. Barnaba wants one from three. Off the back iron. Here comes Brandon Randolph. Randolph with his head on a swivel. Gives it to Connor Toulson, who's going to drive. Nice body control from Connor Toulson.
I don't know if the Aggies have anybody that can defend Connor on those dribble drives from the perimeters. There was a mix-up defensively. Connor puts his head down, stays under control. Great body finish.
18 points, game high for Toulson. Jalen Moore with the contact, no whistles called. Utah State still hanging around, down one. Zach Nelson fighting off the screens. Randolph driving, kicks it back out. Hayden Skank for three. Off the front. Sam Merrill. Kick out to Perry. 11 minutes to go. UVU up by one. Utah State trying to set up a play. Coach Pope losing his voice right in front of us. Merrill off the dribble, pulls up, goes off of the side of the backboard, lands right back to him. Jalen Moore, in an attempt to get the rebound, has that one deflect off of him and out of play. And another timeout on the floor. Utah Valley on top, clinging to a 1-point lead. We'll keep it here. mixed possessions for both squads.
Yeah, up and down pace, up and down tempo. One thing to point out, we're going to get a review. We see a replay here. This was the dunk from Jalen Moore. Just a missed assignment, terrific athletic finish from Jalen inside there on the double team. But the officials are reviewing the three-point shot from Perry on the wing. I believe they initially ruled it as a three-point shot, but they're going to look at it and see if it was. We'll get a close-up here of the official taking a look at the replay.
Perry so far on the evening, 7 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. That's, of course, if that shot indeed counts. Utah State right now leading the bench points 17-14.
Look at the points in the paint, too. You've got the Wolverines, 32 points in the paint, only 22 for the Wolverines. I can remember when I played the Aggies and have watched the Aggies. That's not a statistic that you would normally see. Typically, they've been a very interior, paint-heavy team, but the Wolverines are giving themselves some easy baskets inside. The three hasn't fallen for them so far. Only 4 of 16 from the three-point line are the Wolverines. 10 of 11 from the free throw line. I love what I've seen at times from the Wolverines this year because they have a tendency to hit big shot after big shot in games. And I think in the last 10 minutes we're going to get plenty of those moments. So let's see where the Wolverines go. We've seen Jordan hit big threes this year. Brandon, everybody that's on the floor right now for the Wolverines, Connor, KO, Isaac, they've all hit big shots. And we're setting up for a pretty exciting finish as this delay is going to be because of that review.
The officials discussing things with Utah Valley assistant coach Cody Feger right in front of us. If we had a lip reading ability, we'd be able to tell you what he said.
I think they're going to let it stand. The three-pointer, I think they are going to rule it a three. I have to point out as well the play of Kobe McEwen for the Aggies. He's got 17 points. He came to play here in the second half. He didn't have, in that first half, he only had 6 points, so he's broken out in the first part of the half here with 11 quick points.
Kobe McEwen, like you mentioned, a good jump shooter, especially from beyond the arc, 40% on the season.
Aggies making a switch, too. They're going to a 3-2 zone.
Kenneth Ogby. Right in front of us is Jordan Poydras trying to continue his hot streak. Misses that first shot here in the second half. Shane Rector. Jalen Moore. Now Merrill with the drive. Merrill likes to use that offhand. A lot of Utah Valley players trying to get a foul called on him. Moore is going to do some work down low with Isaac Nielsen. Sid Barnabas.
That's a travel. Yeah.
Utah Valley's 6th travel call.
That's great defense, too. The Aggies were not able to penetrate beyond the three-point line, and the Wolverines are going to be happy to just let them pass that ball around the perimeter and get a turnover late in the shot clock. Got a quick delay here as Janasek tying his shoe inside. We'll see how the Wolverines attack the 3-2 zone. It looks like the Aggies are going back to that. I think if the Wolverines are patient, just like on that last possession, they can get just about any shot they would like.
Poydras to Randolph. Connor Toulson in the corner, guarded by Janacek. Randolph with a nice push pass to Kenneth Ogby with the drive and dish to Isaac Nielsen with the layup. Wolverine lead now back up to 3. Less than 10 minutes to go.
That's how you kill a zone, is you can penetrate, and that's exactly what Ogby did there. Nice dish off.
Isaac Nielsen got a hand on it. Here comes Jordan Poydras. Utah Valley's got numbers. Connor Toulson wanted it in the corner. Kenneth Ogby trying to find Isaac Nielsen. Bad pass. And a turnover for Utah Valley. Looked like Shane Rector dribbled that one. Utah Valley wants it off of his foot, but it looks like it went off of Kenneth Ogby's foot.
Yeah, Kenneth's not putting up too much of a fight there, so I think he knows. Let's see what the replay shows here. Yeah, that went off Kenneth's foot.
Rector with the drive in the lane, and they're going to call Isaac Nielsen, unless they're going to give it to Kenneth Ogby. Nielsen came in from behind, and they're going to give it to Kenneth Ogby.
I think that this game is going to come down to what team can better handle the dribble drive penetrations. I mean, the Aggies have just come out in the second half here and made that their point of emphasis. We've seen Brandon drive for the Wolverines. We've seen Connor drive. We've seen Eden drive, KO drive. I think it's going to be which team can defend that dribble drive in the last 9 minutes here. That will be an important point to watch.
Shane Rector, 2 for 5 from the floor tonight, 6 points. Still stays at 6 as he misses that rebound. Utah State, no field goals from the floor in the last 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
The Aggies are going to go back to a man-to-man defense. They are.
Hayden Skank pushes it up the floor for Utah Valley. Now Poydras doing work in the paint. Poydras with the fadeaway off the glass. Nice poise for Jordan Poydras.
Absorbing the contact, falling back, fading away. That takes a lot of touch. Great shot from Jordan.
Perry with the drive on Toulson. He's going to throw one up. Isaac Nielsen with another rebound. Hayden Skank pushes it. Here comes Connor Toulson. Connor with the drive. He'll draw a foul on Sam Merrill. That's Sam Merrill's 4th personal.
Yeah, he's going to be subbed out here. I had to believe that McEwen was going to come back in at some point. Sam Merrill doesn't, well, I guess he does average about 17 minutes a game, but this is the lineup I think the Aggies are going to be with to end the game.
Kenneth Ogby. Nice pass to Jordan Poydras with the head fake again. Poydras falling. Not the best shot you'd want to take in that spot. Shane Rector with hands in his face. Misses. Jordan Poydras has numbers. Kenneth Ogby in transition. Hayden Skank wide open down low. Whistle is called before the shot. And this one's going to go against Kobe McEwen. That'll be his 3rd personal.
There was no foul there. Unfortunate break for Hayden. I didn't see any foul there. That would have been a sure layup at 2 points.
Under 8 media timeout. Utah Valley clings on to a 4-point lead. We'll be right back here from the UCCU Center for action. Jordan Poydras showing his poise and body control. Gets that one to go. That's 2 of his 13 points so far on the night. Utah Valley on top by 4. Wolverine faithful out in full force today here at UCCU Center against in-state rival Utah State. Interesting to note right now, 3 players for Utah Valley in double figures. Isaac Nielsen again with another double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Connor Toulson, 18.7 rebounds. Jordan Poydras, 13 points and 2 rebounds. Jordan Poydras right on cue with the drive, kick out to Hayden Skank. That one looked like it might have been deflected in the air.
Yeah, I think that ball was touched just right off of Hayden's hand.
McEwen to Perry. Janitek double team down low. Finds Jalen Moore over in the corner. McEwen tries to draw a foul as he falls to the floor. Connor Toulson with a drive. Too soft of a pass for Zach Nelson. That one is tipped out of play.
Right idea there from Connor, coming hard off the screen. Sees Zach rolling. Janicek just tall, has range with his reach and knocked it away.
Interesting to note right now, Kenneth Ogby, no points on the game.
Yeah, we saw him struggle a little bit at Utah as well. Jordan that's going to be a long three. Yeah, KO has not played his best ball tonight. Luckily, they've had Jordan come in and step up, and other players as well. Look at what Jalen Moore has done. He's been almost a non-factor. We're going to foul here on Connor Toolson, but the two leading scorers for each team, I guess Isaac took for the Wolverine lead, but Kenneth averaged 14 points per game, and like we said, he has yet to score. So the Aggies have done a nice job taking him away. And Jalen Moore only with 8 points for the Aggies. So both teams winning and scoring in different ways.
Jalen Moore coming into this game tonight, 21 consecutive games with double figures. As Perry falls to the floor. Janicek. Now Rector. Rector drives. Isaac Nielsen gets out of the way with his foul trouble. An easy basket for the Aggies.
There's a misfinish from Rector. One of the things that I'm watching is when you see another strong drive here from Brandon Randolph. That's going to be Aggie basketball. Good push there for Brandon. The Aggie defenders rotated quickly enough. Brandon looks a little bit shaken up, slow to get up. Watch on offense for the Aggies here. When the ball gets dumped into the paint, whether it's to Janicek or whether it's to Moore, the Wolverines are coming over and double team. And the Aggies so far have done a pretty nice job of getting the ball out of the double team. They've got to make sure that they do not allow, or they have on-time rotations out of that. You see here comes another double team. That's a great job of rotating out of it.
Perry from distance misses. Rebound by Dargington. And this one's going to go off at UVU. It'll stay with Utah State.
You know what the official saw there? That looked like Dargington came down with the ball and dribbled it off his own foot. See a replay here. The ball comes down to Dargington. Looked like off his own foot.
Dargington with the drive. Another no call. Play on, says the official. Kenneth Ogby on Jalen Moore with a spin move. Silhouette. Lays it up and in.
What a time to score your first points of the game for KO.
He has a knack for timely buckets.
Yeah, absolutely.
That basket ignited a little bit more energy into this crowd. As Shane Rector drives right at Isaac Nielsen, who falls backward.
Yeah, he did a nice job staying straight up, not bringing his arm down like we've talked about. Isaac's wide open underneath.
Isaac lays one up and in. And this was a timeout called by Utah Valley.
Coach Duryea looking at Janicek yelling, "What are you doing?" Because he was guarding the perimeter player. He left Isaac wide open underneath.
We'll take a step back here. Utah Valley on top by 4, 62-58 Wolverine lead.
See the replay here. Look at Janicek. What's he doing? He loses complete concentration, leaves Isaac wide open underneath for the basket.
Utah Valley lead by 4, 62-58. Coach Pope almost dancing right in front of us, trying to get his attention of his players. Shane Rector with another easy layup.
Remember a few minutes ago I talked about what I thought was going to be the key? I'm going to toot my own horn a little bit. Both teams are really breaking down on the dribble drive, and that's going to be where the game comes down to. You see Brandon with the...
That one almost went in.
I had to stop my thought because two Aggies came away with the ball almost.
Jalen Moore misses that three. Brandon Randolph doesn't go at Moore, instead pulls up with a teardrop and he gets it to go. A big bucket for Utah Valley in that situation.
Absolutely. Could have been a momentum knockdown three from Jalen Moore, but just like that, the Wolverines get their own basket.
Wolverines still up by 4, more bodies flying.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a foul, Brandon.
And Jalen Moore continues his streak, 22 consecutive games in double figures. He'll go to the line to complete the three-point play.
I think it was Hayden underneath who tried to draw the charge here. You see Brandon come over. The official came right in front of the score table with his hands up, initiating that Brandon kept his hands up, but motioned with his lower body that he pushed into Jalen and didn't allow him to come down to the ground.
That's why they pay you the big bucks.
Yeah.
You see things we don't.
We got a perfect angle right here. I saw that because Brandon did a nice job of keeping his hands up, but he moved his lower body into it.
Coach Pope coming over to have a talk with the official just to make sure that that is indeed what the call was. Jalen Moore gets it to go, and he now has 11 points on the evening. Even still, it took him until 4 minutes left in the game to get double figures.
He's been off, and give credit to the Wolverine D for that.
Kenneth Ogby trying to find a rhythm himself. Passes up on the three, drives, dishes to Poitras to try to go back inside to Isaac Nielsen. Now breakaway for the Aggies. Con Toolson is going to get called for the foul. That'd be Connor Toolson's second foul. And another immediate timeout, under 4 to play. 3:45 to be exact. Connor Toolson in frustration as he gets the foul call. Utah State to the line to shoot 2, and we return. Utah Valley on top by 1. Utah Valley faithful trying to make some noise and some energy, stick behind their home team. Utah Valley on top just by 1. Less than 4 minutes to go here in this one. Just to add some more locker room fodder, earlier this week reports came out from Utah State saying that they weren't sure if they were going to continue playing Utah Valley in the future.
Well, from a fan perspective, let's hope they do, because we're setting ourselves up for a terrific finish. Both teams this game evenly matched, and it is going to be a terrific finish. Two thoughts that I have as we get closer here to the end of the game. Number one is who can take care of the basketball better. Both teams are going to need possession of the ball, and which team can have less turnovers than the other. The second thought is who's going to make the play. Both teams are going to have opportunities. Which player from each team is going to make the plays, and we'll watch that in the finish here.
All tied up again, 64-64. Buckle your seatbelts, folks. It's going to be a crazy finish for the next 3:30. Jordan Poitras drives, draws the foul. Count it!
Sam Merrill's out of the game. That's going to be his 5th foul. I will beat the horse again. Dribble drive penetration. Which team can defend it? That time, Jordan just made an unbelievably quick move from the perimeter. You'll see the replay here. This ball gets worked back to him up at the top. Watch how quick this move is. Sam doesn't have a chance, and Isaac knocks him into him. Great play there. That's a play you need. Jordan coming out big in this game.
Jordan Poitras will go to the line to complete the three-point play. On the evening, 15 points so far from JP, as they affectionately call him. The senior from LA, California, from DePierre High School, St. Cloud State. Calm, cool, and collected. Jordan Poitras puts the Wolverines on top by 3. Shane Rector drives towards Isaac Nielsen, kicks it out to Moore. Moore drives right on Kenneth Ogby. And they're going to give that foul to Kenneth Ogby.
Is that okay? They didn't call it on the shot. That's 4 on Ogby. These are big free throws here, 1 and 1. See the replay. Jalen Moore with the dribble drive here. Tough call there. I mean, geez, KO's in pretty good position again. I think what sold it for Jalen, he's got his arm ever so slightly around KO's body and knocked him off balance.
Jalen Moore taking his sweet time. Sinks it first, 2. Jalen Moore now 12 points. Again, 22 consecutive games in double figures for the senior. And he makes them both clutch baskets from a clutch player. 66-67. 3 minutes to go. Who's going to make the play, like you said, Matt?
Utah State in the 3 zone. The Wolverines made them pay the last time they went to this.
Randolph hesitates, draws the foul on the floor, and this one is going to go against Dargenton.
Wolverines patient, working the ball around the perimeter, passing it to the open guy. Nice pump fake from Brandon. Dargenton gets called for the foul. The way the last 2 possessions have gone, free throws might be a pretty critical thing to watch too, because both teams going to be at the line on any foul from here on out.
You can't have that if you're Brandon Randolph in Utah Valley heading down the stretch. Missed opportunity for the Wolverines. Still lead by 1, 67-66. Time ticking away. McCune to Moore. Perry now. Perry with the drive.
Yeah, that's a charge.
Offensive foul.
This is a gutsy play from Isaac because he's got the foul situation, but look at him move his feet, big strides here. He took it. He took it right on the chest. There was no question about that one. Great help defense from Isaac.
2:24 to go here in UCCU. Connor Toulson with the drive, trying to find Isaac Nielsen. A turnover. Nielsen somehow finds it, and a foul's called against Dargenton.
Wow. Making plays. That's what this game is about. Making plays. The Wolverines turn the basketball over. We'll have to see a replay of that. I don't know if Connor knocked that ball free the second time or if it was Isaac. Connor tries to dump this ball off to Isaac. Look at that. 2 Utah State players go for it. Look at Isaac diving on the floor. I think that, oh yeah, Connor's at the free throw line. Great play from Isaac.
Big man using his body to get the space.
It's not always about points and rebounds and assists. It's about plays like that at arguably the most important junction of the game, where the Aggies looked like they were going to have a chance to take the lead with the possession.
Connor sees both free throws. Puts him now 20 points. Two minutes left to go here at the UCCU Center in Orem. McCune for 3.
Wow.
What a big bucket.
I've been really surprised to see the ball go into the paint through Janicek's hands where the Wolverines were double teaming, but that I think is the first skip pass we've seen all night. McCune with the big 3.
All tied up, 1:40 to play. Randolph to Ogby. Ogby with the drive and a foul call. Norbert Janicek sends Kenneth Ogby to the line to shoot 2.
These are pressure moments, I tell you what. The Utah State coaches and bench not happy. They think that Janicek was straight up on that. We'll get a good look at it here. Janicek comes over. You know, he was straight up, but he moved into him.
A lot of body.
He moved into him. He did not go vertical. That's a great call from the official.
the German word for composed, but if I did, that would be Kenneth Ogby.
Yeah, that's perfect. These are such pressure moments. Guys making plays all over the court. It's really fun to see.
And we give him the announcer's jinx.
That was you. That wasn't me.
1 point ball game. 90 seconds left. Shane Rector.
Here they go through Janicek again, looking for that skip pass.
Perry. Spy the shot clock. Numbers continue to dwindle. Perry drives to the lane. And Shane Rector, with 1 second left, throws down to go up by 1.
Wolverines don't need to panic here. Plenty of time for a nice possession. Oh, yeah, that's a definite foul.
Isaac Nielsen will go to the line to shoot 2. And this one is going to be called against Kobe McEwen. That'll be his 3rd personal.
Okay. Bread and butter. It's what we've seen all season long. Big screen from Isaac up top. Simply just rolls to the basket. Teams have not been able to handle that. The Wolverines have perfected it.
Isaac misses his first free throw. Nielsen. Nielsen on the night, 12 points, 5 of 6 from the floor. And he sinks the second one.
No need to foul here for the Wolverines. You've got to have great defense. Your best possession tonight, the Aggies are going to get a timeout. But philosophy here, I think, for the Wolverines is, look, we're going to get the ball back as long as we can defensive rebound. Okay? Force the Aggies into a tough shot. And if they're able to get that rebound, you got to have 5 guys on the court going for that defensive rebound to secure and possess the ball to give yourself another shot at it.
This is fun, huh?
Yeah, this is absolutely
This
a
is
great
what you
time.
live for as a basketball player. As we see Isaac going up for that and getting fouled.
If I'm the Aggies, you see the officials conversing here. I want to see who the Aggies go to on offense. They have been working that ball through Janicek in the post, and they've trusted him to make a good play and a good decision, and he has so far. I wonder how many turnovers he has. He only has 1 turnover on the night. On the night was pretty good for how much he's had the basketball, but I would guess that they're not going to go through him again. They're going to probably try and get the ball in the hands of either Rector or McEwen, and probably get Jalen Moore involved in the play as well. The ball has been in their guards' hands for most of the night. Maybe look to come up and set a pick on the ball and get McEwen or Rector coming off of the screen to get action going that way. This is where coaches get paid the big bucks. This is absolutely where a coach is so vital. I wish we could be at both of those huddles to know exactly what's going on, but either way, place is rocking, setting up for a terrific end.
Standing room only here at the UCCU Center. 45 seconds left to play. All tied up at 71. Who's it going to be? Who's going to make the big bucket?
He traveled. They're going to get him with the travel. Yeah, he did travel. That was a good call.
Shane Rector with the travel. Turns the ball over to Utah Valley. Coach Pope wants a timeout. And Coach Pope sets up. Well, Coach Pope calls a timeout.
Yeah.
Timeout to potentially set up a play.
Set up his offensive play. I know the Utah State players and coaches aren't real happy, but from my angle, that looked like a good call. I think Rector picked up his pivot foot. We're going to see a replay here of that. Oh yeah, absolutely a travel. You see that left foot do 2 stutter steps there. That is a travel all the way. Nice call from the official.
71-71. The last 4 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have been decided between 6 points or less.
Yeah. That's why when you said earlier, if they are talking about ending the relationship, it'd be a shame because they've been very competitive basketball games. I'd have to believe for the Wolverines here, the ball's going to be in Brandon Randolph's hand. And Isaac, I'm sure, is going to be setting a screen at some point in the play.
If you're Brandon Randolph, you got to make sure to continue to be composed and under control.
There's the screen. There's the shot.
The ball is up in the air, and Utah State is going to have possession. No shot clock.
Another timeout here for the Aggies.
And they call timeout. Coach Pope grabs Brandon Randolph in his hands, consoling Brandon because he knows he needs it right now on defense.
Yep, I mean, that's a great shot. You know, it's what Brandon is so good at. Isaac sets that screen. He gets the big to rotate out on him. He had a pretty good look. He couldn't get all the way to the basket. So what you do in that case is just pull up for the shot and just a little bit short. What's also, we watch this replay here. Here comes the screen from Isaac. Brandon comes hard off him. You see Janasek switch out on him. I mean, that's a terrific look. Watch Isaac almost get the putback as well. Isaac just right there, just almost got the ball up over the rim. But you can't ask for more than that from the Wolverines. You get a great look from Brandon in the middle of the paint. And Isaac with a shot at the tip back. No doubt the Aggies are going to work this clock. I think, just one thought that I had. Wouldn't be surprised to see Jalen Moore or Janasek involved in a pick on the ball for Rector. I think this ball is going to be in Rector's hands the entire play.
And there is Rector. 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, they're going to go 4 low. Here comes Janasek to set the screen.
9. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Rector loses control, has to pull up with a jumper. In and out. Overtime.
Wow.
If you don't like what you've seen, you need to check your pulse. Utah State, Utah Valley like what they've seen, so we're going to give you more.
Coach Duryea is yelling at the official, thinking that Rector was fouled on this. Not sure from who. Let's look at the replay. Great initial defense from Brandon. Yeah, tough to see from that angle, but I know the Utah State coaches were hollering for it. So, what a great end of the game. Both teams making defensive stands, and we get 5 more minutes.
We'll take a timeout before we reset and head into overtime. 71-71, all knotted up here in Orem, Utah. As we take a look at the final replay that sent us into overtime.
Oh, boy.
Looks like Brandon Randolph did get away with a little bit of a hand on Shane Rector.
That's a terrific angle there, guys. He definitely got fouled. Wolverines catch a break.
Isaac Nielsen, Jalen Moore for the tip, and Jalen Moore wins it again for Utah State. Utah Valley, in the 11 times that they have played Utah State, has never defeated the Aggies. Trying to make this the first one today, continue their home unbeaten streak so far on the year. McEwen pull-up jumper from the elbow, off the front rim. Connor Toulson gives to Brandon Randolph. Brandon Randolph splits the D. Connor Toulson from 3. Here come the Aggies. McEwen with 4 fouls. Ogby with 4 fouls. McEwen kick out to Rector. Rector with the drive. Somehow finds Janacek.
Gonna get Connor for the foul.
Connor Toulson, that'll be his 3rd personal foul. Take a look at the replay.
Wolverines did a really nice job not allowing initial drives, but you see the Utah State guys get into that paint, making some pretty difficult passes. You see the dish off Connor coming from down, and gets him in the back.
Both teams shooting from here on out.
Oh boy, he didn't call it.
Janacek.
Wow.
It's 6:02 the bank stayed open a couple extra minutes to allow that one to go in.
Yeah, he's 53% on the year.
This is from the back iron. Utah Valley down by 1.
The Wolverines' offense is not running how we're used to seeing it. They're laboring a little bit. It's not coming as easy for them as they have had in earlier possessions.
Heading into the end of regulation, beginning of overtime, Utah Valley had not scored in the last 3 minutes as Connor Toulson tries to get her layup. This is a big opportunity for Utah State to put it in a 2-possession game. Again, Rector with the drive, and he just completely misses.
Yeah, great job, Isaac, not fouling.
Goaltend call against Jalen Moore. Connor Toulson with the drive. Jalen Moore trying to do his best LeBron James impression.
Yeah, no question there. Aggies are so upset. There's no question that hit the backboard.
Shane Rector, McEwen, Jalen Moore passes on the 3, now drives. And he gets that one to go.
The Wolverine defenders are doing what they need to. That's just where Jalen is longer and more athletic, able to get up to the rim. Brandon gets called for the travel.
That's something that we saw on Tuesday in Utah State. Randolph with the ball towards the end of the game, and another turnover there in that situation.
And I wonder if he's feeling like it's hard to tell, but he's so used to the whole entire game pushing and pressing. And that's what the Wolverines do well. I mentioned their offense is stagnant a little bit, but a turnover here for Utah State. Both teams showing some nerves.
I think you hit the nail on the head with that. Both very nervy the last 6 minutes of basketball. Connor Toulson is going to drive. High arcing layup. Isaac Nielsen somehow gets the rebound, can't put it in, but he gets fouled in the process. He didn't even come off the ground for that.
No, he didn't. Well, he has a knack for what he does when he sets those screens. He just goes and hangs at the front of the rim. I mean, he's just in the paint right around the rim. That's where he sets that screen. The big guy, Janicek, has to come over. Isaac has 2 guards guarding him. It's right there for him to make.
Isaac Nielsen misses the first of 2 attempts. And he sinks that one side back up at 74 piece. 2 minutes and some change.
Neither team able to separate themselves here in the second. Great basketball from both teams.
Shane Rector for 3. Misses. Rebound by Connor Toulson. Paid Skank with the drive. Kick back out to Randolph. Randolph, a very aggressive pass, an errant pass.
Aggies have advantage here. 4 on 3.
Rector drives right at KO. Kick back out to Jalen Moore. And he misses the mark. Another rebound by Connor Toulson. Connor Toulson, very composed. Somehow finds Hayden Skank wide open for 3. Isaac Nielsen fouled in the process of getting that rebound. And that would be McEwen's 5th foul if that goes against McEwen.
That is. Who's out of the game?
A big loss for Utah State.
See Isaac again, just hanging out right in the paint. Big body. Janicek doesn't do a very good job of putting body contact on Isaac to block him out, but man, Connor has 11 boards, 22 points. What an effort from him. Isaac 14 points, 13 boards. Those guys are cleaning up everything on the glass.
Isaac Nielsen makes his first free throw. Utah Valley up by 1. Well, I'm sure that these fans knew that they were going to have a good game on their hands today, but I don't know if they knew it was going to be this good. Every penny for the price of admission and then some today. Isaac Nielsen, Kenneth Ogby playing with foul trouble. Jalen Moore with the step back. Rector drives.
Yeah, that's a foul on Brandon.
Brandon Randolph gets his hand caught in the cookie jar. That'll be his third personal foul.
Those are so frustrating because you bail the offense out. You're doing everything you can on defense. I mean, just watch here. This is terrific team defense, forcing cross-court passes. Jordan does a really nice job of guarding, but that's just an unnecessary foul there from Brandon.
And Shane Rector misses his first free throw. I hate to use the word, but for lack of a better term, it was almost a lazy foul.
It was a little bit. I mean, you try and go for the ball. That's another miss. Oh, offensive board.
Great job by Isaac.
Who are they calling the foul on?
If they call that on Kenneth Ogby, he's gone. They're going to call an offensive foul.
They're calling that on
Janacek. He shoved Kenneth Ogby with his right arm.
It's right here, though. Oh, yeah. That's definitely. Kenneth sold it a little bit, but you cannot put two hands on the guy who has inside position and shove him out.
And a stranger we haven't seen in a while, Zach Nelson set to check in for Utah Valley as Kenneth Ogby's at the line to shoot. And he misses the front end of two.
I think Zach's coming in here a play to beef up the interior rebounding for the Wolverines. You've got Jalen Moore, Janacek, and Argenton into the game for the Aggies. Some pretty good size there.
Kenneth Ogby puts Utah State down by 3. A minute and some change left here from the UCCU Center. Shane Rector driving on Isaac Nielsen.
Oh, they called a foul.
And they're going to call a foul on Isaac Nielsen and a chance to tie it up for Shane Rector at the free throw line.
I'll have to see another replay there. I didn't think that Isaac fouled him. Isaac's asking the official where. This will be a terrific angle. That's a tough call. That's physical contact.
Rector misses the free throw. Utah State down by 1. Brandon Randolph with the ball. Less than a minute to go. Utah Valley trying to work the clock as much as they can. Randolph crosses over. Step back. Off the front rim. Rebounded by Dargington.
Excuse me, I was going to say, I think the Aggies only have one more timeout, so I don't think they can call a timeout right now. They wouldn't have any the rest of the game.
Shane Rector with the drive and kick to Dargington. Dargington to Janacek, wide open in the paint. Utah State up by 1.
I wonder if the Wolverines are going to call timeout or if they're just going to run action.
20 seconds left to play. Connor Toulson, 12 seconds. 10. Connor Toulson with the layup.
They're going to get a timeout. Coach Pope got a timeout in time.
Cold-blooded Connor strikes again.
Watch this. Isaac occupying the defender. Look at that shot from Connor. Jumps off the wrong foot. Going away from the basket. What a shot. I don't know what the officials are reviewing here.
Connor Toulson, 24 points. 8 of 15 from the field. 11 rebounds. No 2 points bigger than those off that layup off screen.
They've got to be reviewing time. I think they're going to be adding some time back on the clock. 7.8. I think they added a second 1.3 seconds there.
Utah Valley only up by 1. So a bucket or free throws could potentially win it for Utah State.
They got 7.5 on the clock. You have plenty of time for the Wolverines. Plenty of time, for the Aggies. I believe this ball is inbounded underneath. See another replay here. Isaac setting the screen. That's just he looks up at the last second, kisses it off the glass, head down almost the entire time.
No emotion either.
No,
it's like Val Kilmer in Top Gun. Call him Iceman.
I think you called it. Cold-blooded. That was an incredible shot from Connor. Now look at the Aggies extend pressure. I think that the Aggies are going to get the ball into Shane Rector's hands, and they're going to have him push the ball, maybe look to set a screen, but the ball's going to be in his hands. Oh, they called a foul.
A foul on Brandon Randolph sends Rector to the line. Here's another replay look at it.
That was blocked out by Coach Pope. I think it's the crossover that he tries right there. Yeah.
Isaac Nielsen checks back into the game.
Well, the good news for the Wolverines is Rector is 1 of 4 from the field. 1 of 4 from the free throw line.
He makes the first one to tie it up. Utah Valley has one timeout. But it's not like the NBA where they get it at half court.
No, I think they're going to have to try and... I think Coach Pope is at midcourt. They got a timeout before the free throw. He says Coach Pope's telling the official right in front of us on a make, need a timeout. On a make, he needs the timeout.
Rector makes both free throws. 1.6 seconds left. Utah State goes up by 1.
Well, they shouldn't be celebrating. Those are big free throws, but there's still time left. When I was a player, we practiced these scenarios all the time. As you said, unfortunately, it's not like the NBA where you get the ball at half court. The Wolverines are going to have the ball out of bounds underneath. Probably one of their taller players, I would assume, who has the best arm. I don't know if they have enough time to get the ball in the backcourt and dribble up unless they want to try and take a half-court shot. So maybe try and throw that ball or get that ball inbounded somewhere around the half-court line for a pass ahead, or look to throw it long initially and get some play off of that. And you've got Dargenton, who is a very tall player. He's very lengthy. He's going to be defending the ball. He'll have his arms as high as he possibly can to make it difficult.
Dargenton 6'8". Jalen Moore 6'9". Barnaba 6'8". Barnaba's on Brandon Randolph in the post. This is for all the marbles. 1.6 seconds left. Hayden Skanks inbound pass. Overthrows Nelson. The clock hasn't ticked yet. Kenneth Ogby throws the ball out of bounds. And that's how the game's going to finish. 0.2 seconds left. Utah State prevails for the 12th straight time against Utah Valley. This time victorious in overtime here at UCCU Center.
Wow, what a game, right? Oh my goodness. I said with about 4 minutes left, what team can take care of the basketball? I think fouling at inopportune times really hurt the Wolverines. That's a turnover. And when the plays needed to be made, both teams made them. It's just the Aggies had the last opportunity and they made the play. Can't fault the fight that the Wolverines had. Game back and forth. Just a terrific finish for both teams, but the Aggies come away the victors.
Utah State ends Utah Valley's home unbeaten streak. Now 3-1 at home are the Wolverines. There's the final score. You see 80-79. Jalen Moore finished off the night for Utah State. 15 points, 5 of 15 from the field, 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Shane Rector came up big Although the leading scorer for Utah State was McCune with 21, who fouled out. But then on the flip side, Connor Toulson can't say enough about Connor Toulson. 24 points, 7 of 7 from the stripe, 8 of 15 on the floor.
He was the best player for the Wolverines amongst a couple really good players. Connor with 24 points, really efficient on the night, 11 boards, really good defense. Isaac had a terrific game with 16 and 14. Brandon had 10 points, 6 boards, 6 assists, and Jordan was 16 points. So, man, that's a heartbreaker for the Wolverines because they were in it. They fought so hard that entire game. They had their chances. That's what they're going to look back on and really kick themselves about, is because they had their chances to win. But a terrific basketball game. The Wolverines were so close to pulling off that win. Till next year, hopefully.
Until next year, that is yet to be determined. Again, your final score from Utah Valley's home court, UCCU Center. The Wolverines lose a heartbreaker in overtime to their rivals from up north, Utah State. Final score, 80-79. For all of our hardworking crew behind the scenes, for Matt Peterson, I am Brandon Crowe saying so long and good night from the UCCU Center. We'll see you next time on UVU TV and the WAC Sports Digital Network.